Today I've got a Greenworks 24 volt 20 inch hedge trimmer with a 2 amp hour battery in it. This trimmer was sent to me free from the Greenworks marketing department to do a video review on it. One thing I like about these Greenworks hedge trimmers is they are very quiet compared to a gas powered hedge trimmer I've used in the past. In fact, I was up and outside by 7 a.m. this morning to beat the heat and try to get some trimming done before the sun comes up. The sound this trimmer makes is probably about as loud as how you would talk to somebody in a normal voice, so hearing protection isn't required. If you're crazy like me and like to get up early and get started on projects like this, very quiet. You don't have to worry about disturbing the neighbors. The first thing I did when I received these trimmers was to put the battery on the charger and ensure it was fully charged before I started using it this morning. When I get to the end of this video, I'll go ahead and put the battery on the charger again to see how long it does take it to charge, just so I can tell you, if you've got a large property with a lot of hedges to trim, that way you'll know if the battery does go dead, how long is it going to take to get it recharged and get running again. As you can see in the video, I was able to trim all the bushes around my house and cut off a few low-hanging, small to half-inch tree limbs that get in my way when I'm cutting the grass. One battery charge was plenty to complete everything I needed to do in about 45 minutes of on and off usage. I don't know how long this thing would run if you just used it non-stop, but it took me about 45 minutes. It was still running when I was done. Pressing the light on the battery looks like it still has 2 lights lit up, so I would say this thing would probably still go for at least another 10 or 15 minutes. If I was going to purchase this trimmer myself, I probably would have opted for the larger trimmers with the larger batteries. However, after finishing all the trimming that needed to be done around my house, the 24 volt trimmer was plenty adequate for the needs that I had. This is also a relatively light trimmer when compared to some of the higher voltage trimmers on the market. The lighter weight made it much easier for me to reach out further and trim some of the harder to reach branches. One thing I did find a little difficult on this trimmer was the pull of the safety trigger. When you push the cross safety to allow the trigger to be pulled, it still takes a little effort to pull the trigger back. This could be a good thing if you've got a curious small child or somebody picks this up without understanding how it works and accidentally hits the trigger. It would be very difficult for that to happen on this with the cross safety and the weight of the trigger pull. If you're going to be trimming for a long period of time, you may find that your fingers get a little fatigued. It wasn't enough that I'd say it's a problem. It's noticeable when you pull the trigger how much effort it takes to pull it. In closing, I'd say this is a budget-friendly option for yards up to around a 1/4 acre per Greenworks website, or yards that don't have a lot of shrubbery to trim. The Greenworks website says this trimmer should run for about 30 minutes with the 24 volt 2.0 amp hour battery. That seems pretty reasonable. I said 45 minutes, but that's walking around, turning it on and off. I would say 30 minutes is a pretty good assumption if I was going to run this thing continuously. I said earlier in the video too, I'd let you know how long it takes to recharge the battery. It took about 45 minutes to get it back to fully charged. It also gets decent reviews on Amazon's website and Greenworks website. If you would like to purchase this trimmer on the Greenworks website, you can use coupon code BALDEAGLE242, and that'll get you 20% off of the 24 volt 20 inch trimmer or the 24 volt 22 inch trimmer. Leave me some comments down below on your experience with Greenworks and let me know what your thoughts are.